Good morning all. Today we are going to do cultural and educational rights. These are the fundamental rights in our constitution and they come under article 29 and 30. The cultural and educational right, there are two provisions. Firstly, protection of language, culture of minorities and rights of minorities to establish educational institution. India is a very vast land where we have different races, language, culture, caste, and Indian people are united by race, language and literature. Geographical proximity, we are connected by history, religion, economic interest, cultural unity. It is essential to protect the interest and identity of minority in such a vast and a diverse country like India. In India, cultural and educational rights mean the rights of all sections of society that saves their culture, script or language. The right to constitutional remedies is present for enforcement of all the fundamental rights. When we talk of Indian society, the first image that comes to our mind is that of diversity. India is not made up of a monolithic society. Now, what is this monolithic society? It is a closed society. When we say a closed society, it is not open to new ideas. It is not open to new trades or cultural diffusions. They are very anti-social and don't want to learn about other societies, nor do they want other societies to learn about them and steal their ideas. So this was basically in the Sparta in ancient times, and their leader did not even allow people to go to other places so that they don't pick up the habits of other societies. So India is not a monolithic society. India is a diverse society. We are a society that has vast diversity. In such a society that is full of diversity, there would be social sections which are small in numbers as compared to other groups. So when we say small in numbers as compared to other groups, these groups are called as minorities. And it has, our constitution believes that these diversity is our strength, and that is why one of the most important fundamental right is the right of the minorities to maintain their culture. This minority status is not only dependent upon religion. Language and cultural minorities are also included in this provision. So now the question arises is, what are these minorities? So minorities are the groups that have common language or religion and are in particular part of a country or the country as a whole. They are outnumbered by some other social sections. Such communities have a culture, language and script of their own, and they have right to conserve and develop their culture. So why this cultural and educational right? This is to preserve the heritage and culture, and the educational rights are for ensuring education for everyone without discrimination. This fundamental rights intends to preserve the culture of all the minority groups in India. So at large, when we see, it preserves the culture of India. Indian society is a composite, heterogeneous one, and its diversity is the biggest strength. Lastly, the Constitution guarantees these rights to minorities so that the diversity of the country is preserved and provided avenues for all the groups, including these marginalized ones, to protect, preserve, propagate their culture. When we talk about protection of interest of minorities, This fundamental rights provides all the citizens groups that reside in India having a distinct cultural language and script the right to conserve their culture and language. The right is an absolute right and there is no reasonable restrictions in the interest of general public here. And state shall not deny admission into educational institutions maintained by it or those that receive aid from it to any person on the basis of race, religion, caste, language, etc. This right is given to individuals and not any community. Now, right to establish, administer educational institution. This right is given to minorities to form and govern their own education institutions like schools and colleges. All the religious and linguistic minorities have the rights to establish and administer educational institutions of their choices, and state should not when granted aid to educational institute discriminate against any educational institute on the ground that it is under the management of minority, whether based on religion or language. So when we say a particular community is a minority or not, is to be judged on the basis of entire population of that area to which the particular legislation applies. A minority can effectively conserve, protect its script, language and culture by and through educational institutions. So these rights have been given to the minority so that their script, their language, their culture is protected. The statement made by Sardar Hukum Singh in the Constituent Assembly during the debate, he said a heavy responsibility is on the majority to see that the minorities of India feel secure, and only safety for the minorities lies in the secular state. So it pays them to be nationalist when majority is securing the minority, then only they are nationalist. The majority community should not boast of their national outlook that they are spread everywhere. They should try to place themselves in the position of the minorities and understand the fears in the minds of the minorities. All demands for safeguards are the products of those fears. When these minorities are asking for some privileges, some rights, some reservation, is because they are having certain fears. What are these fears? These fears can be majoritarianism. So these fears are there. That is why these minorities are asking for certain special privileges and special rights. When we talk about Sardar Hukum Singh, he was the member of Shiromani Akali Dal, and from Shiromani Akali Dal he was the member of the Constituent Assembly of India, and he was representing the Sikh minorities of India. That is why during the debate he spoke about the fears of the minorities and why these special privileges or rights should be given to the minorities. Cultural and educational rights. All minorities, whether religious or linguistic, can set up their own education institutions, and by doing so they can preserve and develop their own culture, and government will not, while granting aid to educational institutions, discriminate any educational institute on the basis that it is under the management of minority community. So when it comes to government grants, they will get the government grants even if they are under the management of any minority community.